Education, they say, is the greatest legacy to provide for any nation a future of sufficiency. Nowadays, in this country, we have thousands of students reading just to pass exams because in this country, education is weighed to a large extent by what we graduate with. And not the potentials are working deep within. Is that what education actually is? Is it weighed by the result one graduates with, which is nothing but paper written on with black ink? Or is it weighed by how well we read, when we read what we read, or how best the mind is transformed to lead? Education is the transformation of the mind to create a man who can solve life's equation any day, any time, and find all the X and Y. And when life says to an educated mind, find X, an educated mind says no problem. Notwithstanding, and shockingly so, our graduates in this country are now referred to as educated illiterates or non-employable graduates, which beats my imagination and makes me wonder why. Why did the integrity and the value of the average Nigerian certificate reduce? Why do we have thousands of students in this country that can't even spell their names or state their claims, even if their life is at stake, irrespective of the innumerable professors that teaches? And you dare have the guts to point finger at us that we are 100% to blame? Mr. Professor, sir, please don't forget that apples don't actually fall far from the tree, and students are a reflection of those that teaches. You discouraged my studiousness when you repeatedly gave me a D or an E instead of a deserved A or B. While Amaka, you gave an A or a B instead of a well-deserved old-fashioned F. Because she's the sweet 16 that you continuously threatened with carryovers until she gave in to your sexual bullying. Scores for sex, scores for money. Who go buy? What a pity. And yet you wonder why our graduates are falling short of expectations? Like, seriously? I still wonder why my lecturer's office was shut tight with a female student in there, and when we knocked continuously, it took them time to find the door keys. I wonder what they were doing. I wonder why Amaka spoke less of you and rubbished you in class. And your number in her phone was saved as Mugu 2, another bigger fools than you. She saved as Mugu 1. And you wonder why our graduates are falling short of expectations? Like, seriously? Sir, don't also forget that irrespective of the challenges that you pose, we belong to a system that has repeatedly told us that education and brilliance is no longer the focus. Because those who carry guns to fight political ambitions live better and have connections than we who have the mind and the know-how to make the future fame. I thought the pen was supposed to be mightier than the sword. Don't forget that when we graduate, CVs are not mere formalities, because the jobs are taken by those who knows the VC, the president, the chiefs, the others, and the elites of the House of Assemblies. Our dreams, our vision, our faith for tomorrow shrinks, for tomorrow gets farther and farther and farther away from the average Nigerian kid, but closer to men who are too blinded by their greed to see me and what they are doing to this country. This is a system that gave me blocks as chairs in classrooms without roofs and raindrops over our head to keep us shivering cold as we learned A, B, C, D, E to Z. What are we deteriorating into? What are we becoming? Will the generations to come still have the zeal to study? What happened to those days when graduates are celebrated and the parents of the graduated walk proud? The system tells us and convinces us that we need to get a first degree, and after we've done that, we found out that we don't still fit in. And then they come and convince us again that we need to get a step higher, This level is too saturated. You need to get your master's. We did that and found out we still don't fit in. They keep taking the bars higher and higher and higher and higher until you and I are too tired to compete. I weak. Please agree, sir, that as your greed grows, Nigeria falls below, and it is a pity it's the poor that will be the one to bear the brunt. I have decided at this junction, no longer will I allow this system define me. No longer will I allow this system confine me. No longer will I allow certificates anchor me to a dream that will never be fulfilled. Listen, you hearing me right now. You have a hand, use it. You have a mouth, use it. You have a leg, get on your feet and use it. Albert Einstein said that the world will not be destroyed by the wicked, but by those who refuse to say something or do something against wickedness. Martin Luther King Jr., blessed memory, said, injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere. Whatever affects one should affect all indirectly. There is a giant in us that will not allow us to remain small. All they seek is to turn us into zombies that does their every bidding. Please brave up.